Characteristics of organisms. We went on a journey through different habitats and discussed many plants and animals. In activity 1, we listed objects, plants and animals found in different surroundings. Suppose we stop a while and think which examples in our list are living. Let us think of animals from a forest: trees, creepers, small and big animals, birds, snakes, insect, rock, soil, water, air, dry leaves, dead animals, mushrooms, and moss may be only some of the objects that are present in the forest. Which of these are living? Think of objects that you can see around you at this moment and group them as living and non-living. In some cases, it is easy for us to know. For example, we know that objects like chair or table are not alive. Paheli was reading this rhyme from Complete Nonsense written by Edward Lear. Paheli and Bujo found the poem very funny because they knew that a chair or a table is not alive and it cannot talk or walk. Chair, table, stone, or a coin are not alive. Similarly, we do know that we are alive and so are all the people of the world. We also see animals around us that are so full of life: dogs, cats, monkeys, squirrels, insects, and many others. How do we know that something is living? Often it is not so easy to decide. We are told that plants are living, but they do not move like a dog or a pigeon. On the other hand, a car or a bus can move. Still, we consider them as non living. Plants and animals appear to grow in size with time, but then at times clouds in the sky also seem to grow in size. Does it mean that clouds are living? No. So, how does one distinguish between living and non living things? Do living things have some common characteristics that make them very different from the living non living? You are a wonderful example of living being. What characteristics do you have which make you different from a non-living thing? List a few of these characteristics in your notebook. Look at your list and mark those characteristics that you have listed, which may also be found in animals or plants. Some of these characteristics are perhaps common to all living things. Do all organisms need food? In chapter 1 and 2, we learn that all living things need food and how essential it is to animals and to us. We have also learned that plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals depend on plants or other animals for their food. Food gives organisms the energy needed for them to grow. Organisms also need energy for their life process that go on inside them. Do all organisms show growth? Does the kurta you had 4 years back still fit you? You can't wear it anymore, isn't it? You must have grown taller during these years. You may not realize it, but you are growing all the time, and in few more years you will become an adult. Figure 9.10. Young ones of animals also grow into adults. You would surely have noticed pups grow into adults. A chick hatched from an egg grows into a hen or a cock. Figure 9.11. Plants also grow. Look around you and see a few plants of a particular type. Some are very small and young, some are bigger. They may all be in different stages of growth. Look at the plants after a few days and weeks. You may find that some of them have grown in size. Growth seems to be common to all living things. Do you think non living things show growth? Do all organisms respire? Can we live without breathing? When we inhale, the air moves from outside to inside of our body. When we breathe out, the air moves from inside our body to outside. Breathing is a part of process called respiration. In respiration, some of the oxygen of the air we breathe in is used by the body. We breathe out carbon dioxide produced in this process. The process of breathing in animals like cows, buffaloes, dogs, or cats is similar to humans. Observe any one of these animals while they are taking rest and notice the movement of their abdomen. This slow movement indicates that they are breathing. Respiration is necessary for all living organisms. It is through respiration that the body finally obtains energy from the food it takes. Some animals may have different mechanisms for the exchange of gases, which is part of respiration process. For example, earthworms breathe through their skin. Fish have gills for using oxygen dissolved in water. The gills absorb oxygen from the air dissolved in water. Do plants also respire? Exchange of gases in plants mainly takes place through leaves. The leaves take in air through tiny pores in them and use the oxygen. They give out carbon dioxide to the air. We learn that in sunlight, plants use carbon dioxide to produce food and give out oxygen. The amount of oxygen released in the process of food preparation by plants is much more than the oxygen they use in respiration. Respiration in plants takes place day and night.